Right now in Hoosier News Source, find out which student group won the IUSA election. The group will have control of 8% of the student activity fee.
Plus, a stabbing outside a local bar. We have the latest.
All this and more coming up on Hoosier News Source.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Hoosier News Source. I'm Laura Puglisi.
And I'm Lawson Gutzwiller. Real for the IU Student Association won the IUSA election based on preliminary results. Real, Accelerate, and Rise were the three main groups on the ballot during the election last Wednesday and Thursday. The IUSA Election Commission reported that Real received 2,806 votes. The Election Commission spent the weekend reviewing complaints which could possibly alter the final outcome of the election. The final results will be announced on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Bloomington police found a man stabbed at Brothers Bar early Saturday morning. Police say the 23-year-old man had a deep laceration to his left side and was then quickly transported to the Bloomington Hospital around 12:57 a.m. Detectives are currently interviewing witnesses and trying to locate video regarding the incident. If you have any information regarding the incident, please contact Bloomington Police. Culture of Care conducted free HIV testing at the Indiana Memorial Union. The testing took place last week, allowing students to check their HIV status right here on campus. Culture of Care partnered with the behavioral health care provider Centerstone to carry out the testing. Centerstone was awarded a grant back in September to plan events for free HIV testing. The goal of the testing is not only to check a person for HIV, but to also discuss the stigma surrounding HIV.
You know, you wouldn't be embarrassed to go to the dentist, you wouldn't be embarrassed to go get, mental health care. This is just like that in our view, that it's important for people to know what their status is and, be able to tell their partners and loved ones.
The data collected will be used to see if substance abuse and HIV transmission is reduced in a 6-month span. There will be a sign-up sheet in the Health and Wellness room for students who were not able to be tested last week.
Every year during the month of April, communities just like Bloomington recognize contributions and importance of inclusion. This month celebrates the disabled people in our community. HNS reporter Kevin O'Malley set out to learn more.
April is recognized as Community Accessibility Month, with events and learning workshops offered to people assisting disabled citizens. I set out to visit a learning workshop for teachers who work with young children in order to gain a better perspective on why we celebrate this month, and the local activities happening all this month in Bloomington.
At any level of any student, age, grade, cognitive capability, if that teacher doesn't build a relationship with the student, it is not going to be an efficient relationship. It's not going to be a productive relationship. Kids aren't going to learn. You have to show respect for the learners and build a meaningful relationship.
Student and event attendee Lindsay Okel spoke about the importance of this month and explains her methods of teaching.
What techniques do teachers use to connect with their students? I think this workshop really emphasized the importance of connecting with students beyond just academically, but emotionally and through whatever communication means that they have.
Personally, I was delighted and touched after attending a workshop, learning from outspoken, intelligent teachers. There are still 12 more events for Accessibility Awareness Month being held in the month of April. I encourage you all to check some of these events out. For Hoosier News Source, I'm Kevin O'Malley.
It's awesome to see our community and society dedicate time to consider ways to include and help people with disabilities. While coming up on Hoosier News Source, IU examines the safety protocols of students studying abroad.
And the first ever IU Day, what all this entails.
Stay with us for more.
The new moon hay sends all its fragrance from the fields I used to roam. When I dream about the Wabash, then I long for my Indiana home.
IU-approved study abroad programs review their safety protocol after Paris and Brussels attacks. At the time of the Brussels attack, there were 30 IU students studying in Florence, but none in Brussels. At the time of the Paris attack, there were 4 IU students studying in Paris. The Office of Overseas Study has 13 main responsibilities it assumes in protecting its students and regularly assesses its safety protocol measures. According to the IDS, programs like Kappa do not plan on changing any safety measures. However, IU is considering on removing its students in Turkey due to safety threats. Over 1,000 protesters crowded the State House lawn Saturday to voice their dissatisfaction. This comes after Indiana legislators voted for HB 1337, a recent bill banning abortions based on sex, race, or disability. Protesters also called for the termination of Indiana Governor Mike Pence.
When politicians interject themselves into a woman's decision about whether and when she is ready to become a parent, they are interfering with her values, her privacy, her path in life, her freedom.
Despite peaceful intentions from event organizers, pro-choice advocates also confronted religious counter-protesters. Heated debate continued well into the afternoon.
Condoms and consent became a part of a larger discussion on campus this past week. Culture of Care held an event titled Why We Swipe Left, Let's Talk About Sexual Hookups. Dr. Justin Garcia, Associate Professor of Gender Studies, headlined the talk. He encouraged students to not fall into the trap that everyone is doing it, and students were read popular song lyrics and asked if it sounded like consent had been given. If they got it right, they were able to take away free condoms.
So a lot of the people that we are like dating and hooking up with and meeting on Tinder are people that we might not know in person or might not know on a super personal level. So I think some people have the idea that like it's really awkward to ask for consent if you don't know the person. Or like, what are they gonna think? Like that's gonna be weird. But really, like people really appreciate you just like being straightforward.
180 people were in attendance for Tuesday night's speech. Indiana University celebrates its first ever Worldwide Day of Engagement on April 12th. The 24-hour day of celebration called IU Day honors the pride of the university. IU Day features famous alumni, trivia challenges, gifts from the university, and more. Contributions given on IU Day will go towards For All, the Indiana University campaign, including all 8 IU campuses. Students are encouraged to participate in the day of celebration by using the hashtag IUDay. Well, that's all we have for you this week. For more campus and local news, visit our website at iustv.com.
And like us on social media. Follow us on Facebook at IUSTV News and like us on Twitter at Hoosier NW Source.
For all of us here at IUSTV, thanks for watching and we'll see you next week.